Yeah, what's up guys, it's Shaky. I'm going to be doing another Ask Shaky video today because you guys seem to really like it. So, I'm going to keep the video series going. Now to give you guys a little update, I'm pretty much just focusing on my grind again. We're back just at Gaha's chilling now. Had a good break from this place. Tomorrow, I'm going to have to set up my life skills again, so we'll probably do that as a video. And then, when I stream tomorrow, it's probably going to be not BDO, but we'll still be streaming. Alright, so the first one comes from Mr. Teddit. And he pretty much is asking, seems like you and Incapacitate, by the way, Incapacitate is another YouTuber, he's a Sork, have a lot of gripes with BDO from the sound of things. What do you guys look for in an MMORPG these days? What's enjoyable for you two? What's a game that you would do YouTube for, other than it's popular for the YouTubes? The other day, Incapacitate, where I was talking in my community Discord, and we were just talking about how like the game isn't balanced still, and the game isn't really rewarding for us PvPers. So, I mean, honestly, something that I would be looking for in the next MMO that to come out is it's got to have the combat of BDO, it's got to have the action combat. Balance it, whatever you can do, balance it. And then my last thing would be to have really tight communication with the community. If they can do all of those things, it's going to be really solid, I think, as an MMO. And of course, I want lots of rewards for PvP. This is something that BDO didn't capitalize on. So, before BDO, I came from ArcAge, which is now just a pay-to-win disaster. But one thing I really enjoyed about ArcAge is the honor points, rifts, and then having to go out for world bosses and get to PvP for them. And the reward for PvP was huge, stealing packs. I just don't feel like we're as rewarded for PvP in BDO. And then I think my last thing would be group content. That's something Black Desert lacks. And whatever the next MMO is, Teddit, I really hope it's got group content and just lots of good PvP incentives. Alright guys, the second question is coming from Koz. He's asking, any tips on picking up a main besides playing what's fun? I enjoy many classes. I have two 60s and multiple 59s. But the constant back and forth is really slowing down my progress. Whenever I'm out grinding on one class, I see another doing something shiny, or I get flagged on and rolled over, so I have to go check the other class out. I'm currently on my witch for silver grinding and Zerker for PvP. Okay, so, I mean, cause the main thing is this game, it's a marathon. You know, you're in it for the long run. So, my biggest suggestion would have to be, whatever you feel is most comfortable grinding with for you, and something that you can grind on end hours and hours with. That's going to be the biggest thing, because the majority of Black Desert is grinding. So when it comes to getting flagged on, just understand that in BDO currently the game is very gear based, so it could very well be a gear issue. But if I were you, kind of stick to that one class you want to play and just go all the way. Go end game. Don't reroll too much, because in BDO rerolling is very punishing. Like, you have to get more inventory, you have to get weight, you have to get SP, you have to get level 61. There's all these drawbacks for rerolling different weapons. So really you want to focus on one class. And my biggest thing would just kind of be, you know, do find that class you're most comfortable grinding on, and of course for PvP. Don't worry so much about other classes. Like I said, the game is very gear based, and considering it sounds like you do sound like a new player, you could very well just be out geared. So keep that in mind and just keep pushing and keep grinding. Anime Sunshine's asking, would you give me your address so I can come over to your house and watch anime with you? I mean, listen dude, the only animes I watch is Dragon Ball Super, so if you're interested in that, like, hit me up, alright? I'm down. T Plagan's asking, I just got my first boss weapon up to plus 14, but how can I get memory fragments really fast? I think is what he's trying to ask there. The biggest thing I would say is grind in a spot that gives you a lot of either forbidden books or scrolls. Now, if you want a lot of scrolls, Gahaz is the spot to go. After forbidden books, I'd like to say Helms is really good for that. Kind of pick between your grind there. And of course, the other method is to just amass a lot of silver and just buy the scrolls off the market and then run them in groups of 5s using the party finder function. And if you don't know about the party finder function, just press escape It is right over here, and you can see there's people running PLFA X10s all the time. Relics, PLFAs, always running. So if you have a lot of silver, just buy the scrolls. If not, I think Gahaz is probably one of the best spots for scrolls. I mean, I've been here for about an hour and look how many scrolls I have, you know, so it's definitely solid, man, to be doing Gahaz for scrolls. But there's no real shortcut into getting memory fragments. Either way, you're going to have to grind. Cheapster's asking if I enhanced my gear or did I buy it. I did a mixture of both. There's no best way to do it. It's just kind of convenience. So I ended up pre-ordering my Bassi belt for about 2.7 bill. I made my own Tungrat earring. I made my muskins and my tree armor. Gaiath and bags I pre-ordered, and then all my weapons are pre-ordered. And I also enhanced my own ogre ring. So it's honestly, I did like a little mixture of both. It's just kind of what's convenient for you at the time. So for example, when I was rolling back to Musa, I saw that my Zaka blade was only like 1.5 bill, and for a player like me, I found that to be very cheap. So I went for the pre-order route instead, and I was able to get my Zaka pretty quickly. So there's no best way, whether it's enhancing or buying. It's really up to you. But if you want the safer route and just kind of more linear, definitely I would say go for the buying route. It's completely up to you though. I'm gonna be Toasty's asking, hey Shaky, I wonder why you switched back to Musa. Were there any updates on Musa, or why did you do that? So, if you guys don't know, I've been playing this game since the Korean release, and I came to the NA servers after server merge. So, kinda for me, I just wanted to play Mystic as a break for Musa, because I've been playing Musa for so long, and I wanted that break. So the plan was to always come back to Musa, regardless. I was never going to play Mystic permanently. I was only playing Mystic to have a little bit of fun. It was never going to be a permanent class. Musa for life, fam. Musa for life. And the final question comes from Nope1337. Hello, I have seen some knowledge players talking about Musa's endgame scaling, and they were saying that Musa was capable to only clear low to mid-level camps with high RS, I think he means gear score, but he was completely useless in endgame spots, 200 plus AP. I am a fresh player, and your vids really inspired me to play Musa, and I so far enjoy it and got 59, 433 gear score, so I wanted to know about your thoughts. Okay, so really, when it comes to Musa, it's true. Our endgame damage does lack for PvE. He's asking in regards to PvE. And for PvP, we really don't shine until we hit about soft cap. So, as far as PvE goes, it is definitely true. We do lack a lot of damage. So, when it comes to farming places like Navarne Steppe, it is a little bit tough. And even if you're a Musa and have like 260 AP, Hystria can still be quite tough. So, and we also can't grind spots like Pilaku unless you have a lot of accuracy, and that's still the case. So, honestly, it doesn't affect too much considering, I mean, if you look at how fast I'm farming Gahaz, there's no other class that can farm as fast as Musa when it comes to these low-end spots. So it kind of pays off in itself. But honestly, as long as you're 10 AP higher than like the recommended area, so for example, for Manchums, most people are going to recommend like 250 AP or like 240. On Musa, if you go there at 260, you'll be just fine. It's just having a little bit of extra gear. So it is true to some extent, our PvE damage does lack, but again, we are one of the quickest classes in terms of movement. Alright guys, that's it for the Ask Shaky portion. I do want to touch up on the fact that we are opening up a few more spots in our guild. We're pretty much looking for players that want to progress and get plugged into our community. Well, we're going to be offering you guys a lot of payouts through sea monster hunting and a lot of AFK life skill help and active grind guidance. And then eventually we're going to start node warring, and we're kind of at that point. So if you guys are interested, there's going to be a pinned message in my community Discord in the public enemy chat, which I'm gonna go ahead and pop up over the screen right now. And the Discord link is down below, as you can see. So if you're interested in joining, just post your application in there, and we'll take a look at it, and we will privately message you and see if you're a fit for the guild. One of my admins or mods will DM you, so be on the lookout for that. Other than that, guys, I think that's it for today's video. I will be streaming tonight, so if you guys want to come hang out, come hang. Other than that, guys, peace.
I gotta get to the bag, get this paper, and finally be somebody in this world. I gotta get to the bag,